Hello. So, I just came off of a Yap session, again, kind of like yesterday. But now I literally just realized I was muted, so that's always fun. That's always love that. I mean, we love to see that. But all in all, I can now take the opportunity to summarize it. Basically, what I was talking about was, um, for instance, just for today, what I did was outline the character sheet for electricity and gravity. Gravity, she's going to be a young female, and then electricity is going to be a young male kind of goddess. And I was kind of going on about like the type of dynamic between these gods. Like these are new gods, but like I don't want my other gods to be like old like deities. Like I want them to still be like young, kind of like kind of like Gojo when he was a little younger. Although mature Gojo is pretty nice too. I could definitely see that being the vibe of like, say, the fire deity. Um, could be cool. But like powerful, still playful, not like um, not old. I don't want them to be old. Like they're old, been around for a long time, but they're gods. They're like unaging, you know. So that's what I'm gonna do. But another thing that I was talking about was just yet again, like yesterday, as I was saying, it is difficult to hammer down specifics, right? When I want to think about the describing characters, I want to think about the environment that they grew up in, but I don't have any set details on the environment they grew up in. So it's like, what do I do? What do I do? And I don't know. And so I kind of have to define the world. Another thing I have to define are the powers. I was talking about that too when I was muted. Was like I think it's going to be a lot easier to discuss how earth, wind, and fire, as well as water, defining their limitations, defining their like drawbacks and pluses, right? Because with the four main elements, right? Eventually, one of the attacks they can hit is a plasma attack, and I was talking about how I kind of want it to be like a black flash, but you can like actually just hit it if you're good enough, not like RNG whenever the writer feels like giving the character a black flash. I want to just have it to where it's like a really powerful attack. And then I was thinking like kind of like how Elder Dragons in at least Worlds from Monster Hunter, because that's the only Monster Hunter that I've played. They have like this bioenergy, and that's kind of where they can draw some of their power from. If I understand that lore correctly, I know that Nergigante feeds off of the bioenergy of Elder Dragons, so I'm going to assume that all of the Elder Dragons have a bioenergy, or else Nergigante wouldn't be able to, take that and then regenerate. So, with that in mind, right, like this kind of energy, this elemental, like kind of spiritual, like energy, not really spiritual, but like, this energy. I was thinking maybe plasma could help tap in to that more raw energy. And so it could be a very powerful attack. And so maybe like if you're able to hit it, you can probably max get off like two or three. And if you're new, maybe like one or two. But like two or three to like those who are experienced, you can hit them naturally. And then if you're really good, like four or five. Um, but I need that to have a drawback. And then when we're looking at, electricity and gravity as these abilities, it's like, gravity and electricity can't really hit plasma. Like, sure, in my story, I can just say, yes, they can. Maybe I'll do that. But, like, maybe I'll try to do something unique because they're new, right? Plasma would be an established ability that maybe initially is like, oh, you really can't hit that. It hasn't been hitting forever. Well, you can still practice. There's people who know about it, but it's really difficult. And it's like, I don't know, got some monks in like some place that just practice them all day long. I don't know, just like some simple like that. Basic, I know, but that's what it is when it's a first idea. Whatever. Um, I like to say that originality is an oxymoronic concept because you are never original. I mean, if you've listened to my Yap sessions for the last video and this one now, you'll realize how much inspiration I take from other places. Like putting all those elements into my own thing does kind of make it my own thing, but also I don't want it to be such like an obvious reference that it's like, oh, well, that's just like that, or that's just like that, you know? Like maybe the bioenergy is something not everyone's gonna pick up on, but like, you know, what's that? Huh. Well, actually, no. I guess I probably wouldn't pick up on that because even though I'm inspired by the bioenergy, maybe it's probably more akin to other power systems. But yeah, I don't know. I need to define a lot of my story, figure out the setting, figure out how all the royal families work. Is it one big kingdom with multiple royal families? Is it a bunch of different regions that are like ice, water, wind, and fire? You know, no, we'll just do water. I don't really want to separate ice and water. That makes no sense. That's like separating a plant life user and then a rock life user or earth user. Rock and plants, you know. Like plants would be the like the rare sub ability, and then rock is like the main ability. And then I gotta figure out like their fighting styles. I know that I want to have uh, a metal that can tune into the magical kind of like bioenergy. So, for instance, I don't know what the weapon is called, but it's like kind of got like a pickaxe, but a hammer as well as like a stick pointing out the top of it. I'm sure it has a name, but I kind of want that to be the earth weapon, and I want like this like you know blacksmithing family to kind of like the old ancient blacksmiths of this family crafted these very powerful weapons that allowed these deities to tune into their abilities even more and control their powers even finer, right? And then I want them to be like scattered across, and that's where like maybe I want to do magical animals that defend them. Like if I did one for the Earth one, for instance, I don't know why the Earth is so developed, but this is just I guess all the ideas I've had is to have like those like axolotls, but they're like brown and spotted. Well, I was gonna take advantage of that color palette and do like a rocky kind of stone-ish axolotl that defends the hammer. But do I want to make these guys evil or just protective? Do I want them? What do I want them to be? Like the spirit of these weapons incarnate? I don't know, right? Did the deities use these weapons to become so in tune with them that they gave them their own consciousness? And now you have these spirits that guard them. So it's like these deities have pets, and now they have, you know, the spirits are tied to these weapons. So, for instance, the earth goddess would be very happy to see her axolotl buddy again. You know, I like that. Actually, I think I like that because I do think, as boring as it is, I'd want to do probably a phoenix for. I know it's basic, but for the fire, just because I mean, come on, the phoenix is iconic. I gotta be allowed to take some liberties. Yeah, I think I'll put it in my deity list. Um, that's everything for today. I do appreciate you listening. Have an amazing night, day, whatever it is. Have a good one. All right? Have a good one. Bye bye.